Hello, my Aquarius friends. This is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, sending you guys so much love right now. And I just want to start off today by saying thank you so much for being here, okay? I hope, actually, Fred's going to say hi too. I had to quarantine my cats today from one another, just keep them away, because one just had surgery, and that means that Fred's just going to want to sit on my lap. And he's too big. I'm just letting you know. He's too big. So we have to entertain him for a little bit while I talk about the things. I hope you guys are staying healthy. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everybody has a safe place to be during this time and all of the resources that they need. I hope that all of your loved ones are safe. I've just really been thinking about you guys and just trying to send out as much love as I can and raise the vibration as much as I can, because so much of us are going through a lot right now. So special things that I've got out for you on my channel today. I went ahead and did a love reading so that we could focus these readings with this round for the new moon, with all my signs, on empowerment. What can you do to feel like you're in control of what is happening right now, of the lack of normalcy, and then of course creating the new normal that we're all eventually going to have to transition back into. So thank you guys once again for being here. Check out the love reading if you want. I also made one just for responding to coronavirus and coping with all of the changes. Check that out if you feel drawn to it as well. And then as always, pardon me, make sure you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get into this. Today's reading is mostly, I'm sorry, boo-boo, I'm going to put you on the ground now. Mostly an oracle reading. I'm starting off with the John. Actually, I'm adapting a reading called the John Dee Oracle reading. All right. John Dee was a court astrologer back in the 15 and 1600s. Pretty amazing historical figure. But there's this oracle that is named for him, and it features him and then a lot of people that he looked up to, scientists, astronomers, astrologers, etc. All right. What I like about this reading is that it covers different areas of life, and that each card has a different meaning depending on what area of life it falls under. But what they do is they pose us with a question that we can explore with the tarot, so we feel a little bit more empowered moving forward. Aries new moon is definitely a time of new beginnings. We just started a whole new astrological new year, so happy new year to you all. And even though it sounds really strange to think of now as a time of opportunity, because there's so much unknown in the world, it's exactly what I said earlier. Some of us are like waiting to figure out what our new normal is going to look like, but most of us have the power to create that, to shape that in some way, shape, or form. So that's what I'd like to focus on today. The 4 areas of the chart of life that we're going to be looking at are work and influences, health and well-being, intention and direction, and then finally love and inspiration. And at the center of that reading, we would typically use another card from that deck, but I'm replacing that with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle to find what is your center at this time. Aquarius, where can you find harmony? Where can you center yourself at this time? All right, so thank you, divine spirits of love and light, archangels, ancestors, allies, and guides, both mine and those of the collective. Thank you so much for the love, protection, and guidance that you give us on a daily basis. Today, can you help me channel a collective message for my Aquarius viewers regarding where they can find harmony at this point in their life? Where can they find harmony right now? Yeah, this is kind of exactly what I'm talking about, is just centering. Just knowing that centering is something that needs to be done, okay? Aquarius is the sign of really, really revolutionary thought in my mind, okay? Breaking free from conventions, from norms. And it's easy for your mind to literally like people talk about Aquarians as like being from another planet, okay? So it's easy for your minds to be all over the place right now. But you are being asked to go ahead and try to center yourself, as much as possible. All right. Now, whenever I see this, I always take note of the fact that like this frame that she's sitting in reminds me not so much, I mean, like it could be a picture frame, but I also kind of feel like there's a mirror element to that. So it is about self-reflection. But centering to me talks about the heart chakra as well. Okay, so grounding is all about your root chakra, connecting it to the earth. All right, and opening up to spirit is all about going to the crown chakra. All right, centering means just let's make sure that we're operating from the heart chakra as much as possible, because it is at the center of all of our chakras. All right. So what are some activities that you can do at this time just to make sure that you're kind of checking in with yourself, bringing yourself back to your own emotional space, heart space, even mind space at the end of the day? All right. Those are good questions for Aquarius to be asking. I don't know why I picked up that deck. That's not the deck I'm going to next. Oh, well. You guys, this is a collective reading, so even if all 4 of these piles don't make sense to you or resonate with you, I hope that you find some message that brings you a sense of empowerment at this time, maybe some clarity, some, what's the other C word I like to use? Comfort, hope, and healing. All right, so I'm going to start, by the way, each of these 4 areas of life is associated with a cardinal direction and an archangel. So I'm going to go ahead and call upon those at this time. Archangel Uriel sees over the Oracle of the North, which is all about work and external influences. Interesting. I feel like maybe Merlin has come up in this position for another one of my readings, but he's definitely come up in my other readings before. This is the Silver Magus. There are 8 archetypes in this deck, and the Magus is all about creation. All right, so you guys are creators in some way, shape, or form. I feel like some of you guys are creating content even, because that's kind of what I'm hearing. Calling upon Archangel Raphael, we're going to be turning to the Oracle of the East for health and well-being. We've got Edward Kelly there, you guys. Ooh, he's the Red Magus. You guys are so full of magic, of creative potential right now. This centering is a really important part of that. All right, you guys, keep this in mind. All right. But John Dee, the guy who the deck is named after, would do like this scrying. He had this like an obsidian sphere. That's what that is right there. I bought that because of John Dee, but his was a lot bigger. And he would have this guy named Edward Kelly. You guys will dig this. You'll dig the story because you're Aquarians. All right. So this guy was like, oh, you know, I can talk to angels and stuff. And John Dee's like, whoa, let's get this scrying ball. We'll get together. You can channel messages from the angels. I'm going to write them down. And actually, you guys, one of his visions, this whole Tower of the North, South, East, West, comes from one of his visions that Edward Kelly described to him. It's a vision of these 4 towers, and there's archangels coming out of them, and like all sorts of crazy stuff like that. But yeah, this was one of the messages that Edward Kelly channeled through. I think it was Archangel Gabriel. I remember who it is. Okay. But so that's all in John Dee's notes and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. It is called, I was going to call it the Golden Compass, and that's not it. Let me see if I can find it just so I can give you a search term in case you guys are interested. Okay. I can't find it right now, but John Dee, look up his crazy, like, I say it's crazy just because it's really fun to learn about, all right? So Aquarians, if you're into that, do that. He's also, like, into alchemy and all sorts of amazing things. And he worked for freaking Queen Elizabeth, all right? Figured out how to get her to, like, figured out how to justify her taking a whole bunch of land from the French. So I think that's kind of rad, all right? We're going now to Archangel Michael, the Tower, the Oracle of the South. We've got John Dee himself. All right, you guys, stop it. Look, he's the Green Magus. There are 4 suits in this deck. If the Gold Magus falls out right here, I am gonna have to pause this video and just like get up and stretch my legs. I don't know, man. I'm gonna freak out, okay? You guys are watching me. Watch me. If that gold Magus falls out, I'm just gonna quit my job and become an Aquarius, okay? Seriously, all right? So also this green Magus has shown up in other areas of the spread, but like I think I said before, every card has a different meaning depending on where it falls in the spread, okay? All right, we got the silver alchemist, but still, okay? Alchemy is all about transmutation, transformation, okay? This whole reading is super freaking magical. And I also will talk about it more when I get back, but this guy whose name I cannot pronounce because he's from Spain. And look, you guys, it begins and ends with a double L. I got to get that right there. But his name is Ramon. So we're just going to call him Ramon. But check out how, like, the similarity. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I cannot wait to unfold this message. Okay, so we're going to go to the guidebook and figure out what each of these is all about. And then as I do that, go one at a time, we're going to clarify it with the Bianco Nero Tarot deck. So let's go to the Silver Magus. This is Merlin. Okay, I'm glad you didn't get the gold Magus actually because it's Johannes Faustus and he sold his soul to the devil. So I have certain feelings whenever that card comes up. I just warn people about how they are using their powers. This is Merlin, the magician though. All right, from the Arthurian legend. When he shows up in the north, here's his message. Whatever work you do tends to require subtlety and an awareness of things left unsaid. Your capacity to read between the lines is a powerful gift, though many people occasionally see you as a negative force. Your skill manifests in your ability to read people and acknowledge them in a deeply personal way. At times, you may seem almost Magus-like, but this is simply the product of sensitivity to the needs of others and a way of seeing to the heart of any matter. Archangel Uriel asks, what truly lies beneath the surface of life? That is a vast question. So we're going to talk about what lies beneath the surface of your work and external influences, because that's what this North Tower is all about. Okay. So you guys, I get this. When I hope your feelings are hurt when it says, I didn't say it, the book said, that sometimes people can see you as a little bit of a negative force, because here's what's really interesting. You are the water bearer and he's standing in this well, which is a container for water. Okay. So what you guys can do is, like, Aquarians are really good at being probably executives or leaders within a workplace because they can remove the emotion from something and just delegate. Just delegate policy. They can innovate. They can come up with creative new ways. They know how to rely on technology. So for a lot of you guys, a big part of what makes you a good leader or helps you fulfill your role in work, or when it comes to dealing with external influences at this time, pardon me, is, like the book said, your ability to read people. All right. So how does that work if everybody is working from home? Video conferencing. We just did a meeting, a staff meeting on Zoom. Okay, check out Zoom, especially if you're in education, because yeah, like we gotta figure out how to go online. We gotta wait. Okay. And so basically I'm going to be finally just be able to mute my students. Just hit the mute button on them. Oh my gosh. It's going to be great. Actually, I'm really curious to see how it's going to work, but I started to get excited about it today. And I think that there is some of that energy that is available for you guys out there, Aquarius, as your work life begins to just like, what's that look like on a daily basis? As that begins to change. All right. Make sure that you're staying in tune with your ability to read people and what it is that they need. And you'll be able to continue working the magic that you work on a regular basis. They want one more. They want me to split. I understand. Thank you. sorry, reversals depends on me flipping when I shuffle. And I was in the automatic mode. I didn't flip. All right, you guys, let's do this. Read that one more time. What truly lies beneath the surface of just your current work and external influences? That one flew out at an angle and I don't like it. We got 3. Temperance, the Hanged Man reverse, and the Queen of Cups reverse. Queen of Cups upright is, yes, a water sign, but also like the gift of being an Aquarius. Is like you got one of her on the inside, okay? You can read people intuitively, but then you can take those things and distance yourself from the emotions. Here's the thing. Make sure you're not distancing yourself so much from the emotion that you forget that there are a lot of people really freaking out right now. A lot of people who are really scared, who are really anxious, who are really, really, really concerned. Okay. So even while, like, honestly, I love this. There's this, like, they're telling me this story, like this story of, like, imagine the aliens just swoop in and are like, we're here to help you guys from coronavirus, but we're only taking all of you who did not go out and hoard toilet paper or something. Aquarius would be like, yes. You know what I mean? It's just like like there's so many of you out there who are like, no, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I believe in humanity. Humanity will find a way. Well, I'm like, it's good that you're hopeful, but there are a lot of people out there who are not as hopeful. And so this is all about you dealing with others right now. Okay. Understand that we need to approach approach everybody with temperance right now. Just approach everybody with balance. Okay. This is the water bearer. Well, okay. Do you remember earlier? Was that this video? I had to re-record. I made a goof. I made a couple goofs my first attempt, but at some point in time, I accidentally said Sagittarius instead of Aquarius. Okay. Temperance is Sagittarius. You kind of have to be able to be patient with people right now, but also look at it from a philosophical perspective. People out there are scared. They're suffering. They're really having a hard time. So the more that you can use this temperance, all right? Because see, it's kind of like the water bearer. The star card is the water bearer, and the star card also has these 2 jugs of water. One they're pouring out into the water, and one they're pouring out onto the earth. In this one, you're pouring the 2 into one another and tempering. All right. So just please try to remember, not everybody is at the place that you're at right now. All right. Try to see it from a higher perspective. I feel like if you cannot see this perspective, that gentility is what is needed, compassion, sensitivity is really just what's needed for everybody right now. Like if you're not able to see it from this perspective, you're going to end up coming across as emotionally very callous or disconnected. Okay? All right? So just understand what others are going through at this time. I think that's essentially the message for you. And then look, I open up the deck. Boo, boo, boo. And there's that 2 of Cups. So especially if you're in a partnership. Okay. Understand that. All right. So let's go ahead. Now we got the red magus, Edward Kelly. And when he shows up in the Tower or the Oracle of the East, he is talking about health and well-being. Oh my gosh. Okay. Listen, you guys, if you're one of those people who possesses great drive and energy, remember to give yourself time off every now and then. Constant running wears out even the strongest engine, and occasional maintenance can do wonders. It's very important to take time out for enjoyment. Simple everyday pleasures can be overlooked when we're under pressure. Ease off for a day or so, and you'll find that your health issues either settle or clarify. Archangel Raphael asks, when did you last take a proper break? For some of you guys, if you are in a leadership position or you're the person who's trying to come up with solutions for all of these sudden changes, make sure that you are allowing your mind to rest. Okay? Make sure you're taking care of your body, because all air signs can do that. They get so all up in their headspace with thinking that like 8 hours passes, 12 hours passes, and you haven't eaten anything, and you forgot just because you've been up in your brain space. I'm a Gemini moon, yo. All of that happens, okay? So let's look, really we're focusing on the importance of taking a break. Maybe they're going to give us some advice. I don't think it's really going to describe the last time you gave yourself a break, okay? So that's the question we want you to ask yourself rhetorically. When was the last time you gave yourself a break? You guys, look, this Queen of Cups energy, boom, we got King of Cups up right now. This is you as the water bearer. I mean, it's not an air sign, of course, but it is about emotional maturity and responsibility, which is just kind of something that Aquarians are good at, okay? It's just emotional insight, all right? All right. So health and well-being, taking a break, all right? There are certain, like, just, little things that you do that bring you happiness that usually keep your cups full. And I feel like you have to actually, like, block off, have the emotional awareness to block off time to keep your own cups full. That's just pretty much what I'm hearing these cards say to me. Kind of the same thing that this card said here. All right. Constant running wears out even the strongest engine, and occasional maintenance can do wonders. Take time out for enjoyment. That's what Nine of Cups. And in fact, the look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we had the Three of Cups reversed. This is what I'm talking about. Leisure, fun, activity. All right? Like, chill out and watch a Netflix thing. Maybe get drunk. Or if you're getting, like, maybe you're getting too drunk. I don't know. Nah, if you're getting too drunk, this would be reversed. Okay? But yeah, liquor stores are deemed an essential service, you guys. I'm letting you know. They're going to stay open. They're staying open. Let's go ahead and move on. The Green Magus. It's all about creation, you guys. Your ability to observe others, observe your own needs, okay? And what are we creating in the area of intention and direction? There we go to the Green Magus. John D. All right. Intention and direction. When he shows up in the South, here's his question. What direction are you really seeking? Do you understand what you've taken on or what you're about to undertake? If you set on a journey or course of action without forethought, don't be surprised if things take unexpected turns. For some, this is a natural way. For others, a more considered course is more appropriate. Whatever way you choose to go, be aware that help is always at hand, and do not refuse offers of support if they are made with good intent. Archangel Michael asks, what is the mainspring of your motivation? Okay. We're looking at your motivation. Boops. Thank you, Divine Spirits of Family, Ancestors, Allies, and Guides. Let's get 3 cards on this. Oops, we got them. But I don't know how they came out. They came out kind of weird. All right, the Chariot, moving forward. All right, okay. Huh. So we got a Knight of Swords reversed, okay? Swords is air energy. Aquarius is a mature air energy. Oh, we have Judgment reversed. I feel like there is, you want to move forward. You have some sort of path. You have a path charted. All right. But there's a lack of clarity on this path that's keeping you, you're holding off from making any decisions at this time because all the information is not available to you. All right. So you know where you want to go. You're just holding off. You guys, Aquarius readings, literally. Spirit comes in and is like, boop, boop, boop. That's the way it is. We can move on. All right. The rest of it is just me blabbering. Okay. But your readings always come through so clear. I wonder who I've got like speaking to me that's so tapped into this Aquarius energy. All right. Okay. So think about what it is, this Chariot. This is your, the question is, what is like at the source of your motivation? Guess what the Chariot represents? Motivation. Motivation. Okay. You already know what your motivation is. It's different for all of you guys. You have a direction, you have a path you want to go down, but you're literally holding your horses. Okay. You can't go because see, these are horses. You got horses, all right? He's holding pentacles with the pentacles of horses. He's like, whoa, 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 wait. You can't just go charging in there. That's what the Knight of Swords is going to do. Once you got the information, these horses can go, like these horses can take off. In fact, look, you see how he's in this boat? He's going somewhere. Hi, kitty cat. So Freddie's on the table with us now. I don't remember if he was here at intro. But I have to separate my cats because one had surgery. So Freddie is like, say hi. Don't step on them. Okay. He's too big to fit on my lap, but that's what he's trying to do right now. All right. Let's go look at the Silver Alchemist. This is that guy named Ramon. And also remember how he's in the center of that thing? And it looks like this centering card. That is a part of the message. So let's take a peek at what the book has to say. Alchemist. Okay, so Alchemist is about transformation. And when he shows up in the Oracle of the West, this is love and inspiration. Here's what he says. Look to your greatest point of inspiration. This is why you need to center. Listen to this. Look to your greatest point of inspiration and set your compass by it. Don't allow criticisms or bad advice to rule your life. Going back to this, there might be people who look at the way that you do things and they're like, man, Aquarius is kind of a jerk. Well, does Aquarius get the job done? Yes. Sometimes that's what's needed. But also sometimes what's needed is like an awareness that you might look like a jerk to others. So just heads up on that, okay? Not a jerk, but just emotionally disconnected. Understand that emotions are high at this time. Don't, remember that partnerships I can't say the words. Partnerships should be mutually supportive. If one or the other takes the lead, this should only be for as long as necessary before returning to a shared harmony. Endeavor to pull your weight equally without trying to be dominant. Be supportive, but don't overwhelm. I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with people either with your work situation or at home who are in a very, very emotionally reactive place. And it's very hard for you not to be. Like, you guys need to center yourself before you speak, because otherwise you might end up speaking in a way that is inadvertently insensitive. Okay? So, whatever relationship you're thinking of right now that you're like, ooh, maybe I could do that. Archangel Gabriel asks, what is the point of balance in your relationship? So not like what's the purpose of balance, but upon what do you center balance in your relationship? Okay, so another thing about taking leadership, if you have a partner or maybe family members, people that you are sheltering with, who are very highly what am I trying to say? I said that they're very highly emotional at this time. Then you might find yourself taking the lead because you still have like that connection. You can take your emotions and kind of set them outside of you and retain faculties of your logical mind. All right. So for some of you guys, that's what's happening right now. Is if people are panicking, Aquarius is the one who can step up and like just have a plan. All right. Understand what to do, how to deal with things, because they have removed themselves from the situation emotionally. This, okay. It doesn't have to be love, but it's the sign of the twins, another air sign, or it's a card that signifies Gemini, the twins, right? Which is about choice, but it's also about partnerships, working together, love, but just like your care for other people, that is at what's at the center of this relationship that you're looking at here, okay? So can we get some more information, please? Uh-oh, you guys, why is the Two of Cups reverse here? You guys are not seeing eye to eye at this time, okay? Which means, and I really think it's like what I'm saying, Page of Swords, you just have to communicate. I think that one of you, but you guys, this came up. There's transformations. This is just to understand that there's a lot of transformation in the air, with people having to just like spend more time within themselves or in their like home partnerships or with families. There's a lot of transformation going on. Okay. So in order to transform, because transmutation is what the alchemist is all about. Okay. Remember that love is at the center, or that you chose somebody as a partner. Maybe it's a work partner, but maybe it's just love that you have for your family, your friends, your partner. All right. So when the time comes that you guys are not seeing eye, because that's what this is about. They're both equally situated in their emotions, right? And they can both, meet each other there in that place. All right. Understand that if you love somebody, even if you're not seeing eye to eye, what you got to do there is you have to communicate. All right. Be open to communication as well. That's the Page of Swords. All right. I really like that message. Okay. Pretty clear and concise. Let's go ahead and get into my self-care cards. Just finishing up all my readings with one of these to just kind of remind yourself, you got to take care of yourself. Take a break if you need to. Courage. All right. This is Leo. Leo is the opposite sign. It's on the same axis as Aquarius. And we got a whole bunch falling out. I want to go ahead and pull one for this take a break. Remember how the red magic's over here in the east for your health and well-being? You were getting some advice to kind of protect those things that make you happy, those things that keep your cup full at this time. Can we get one more piece of advice from the self-care card? Connection. Boop, boop, boop. Remember, a loved one is a gift to treasure. All right. I love that. Okay. A loved one is a gift to treasure. All right. So if you're alone at this time, make sure that you're really taking time to connect with people. All right. But also understand that taking care of yourself helps you in your connections with other people. That way you're not taking out all your stress on them. Okay. That's a thing that we can do without being aware of it. All right. So just center yourself. Be aware of what others are going through, because it just really could be different from what you're going through, Aquarius. Aquarians are just kind of different in a way that we love and we respect and we look up to. So especially if you find yourself in a position of leadership right now, understand the value of compassion, but also understand, like, you know what you're doing. All right. Trust yourself. Have courage. What's the back of this say? Your courage will see you through. Take the leap. All right, guys. I hope this reading has been helpful. Sending love to you all. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay hopeful. And I'm going to be here for you. If you are still here, hit that like button. I love you guys. Bye-bye.